Hello students, welcome to this session. In this session, we are going to start a new chapter of your NCERT science book of your class. This chapter is 13th chapter. Under this chapter, we have to discuss regarding sound. Sound is the topic which we have to discuss in this chapter. The students, in every time we hear certain type of sounds. Somebody comes at our door, he knocks our door, we hear the knocking sound, and then we open the door. Similarly, you students in school hear the bell, and by hearing the sound of the bell, you come to know that particular period is over and your school is over. Similarly, in concert, you see number of artists used to play various type of musical instruments, and separate artists there play different type of musical instruments. Some artist is playing their flute, some plays their tabla, some plays their dholak, harmonium, mouth organ, etc. These are the musical instruments by which the artists are producing different type of the sound, musics. Similarly, on road you hear the horn, sound of the horns. Whenever you go in factories, there you hear the noise coming from the factories. These all things in this chapter we are going to understand. Firstly, we will understand how the sound is produced. Any type of the sound is produced. Here, firstly, we will understand and exactly what the sound is. Firstly, you should know the sound is a form of energy. Sound is a form of energy. And this type of energy is produced by mechanical efforts. Mechanical energy. Somebody is knocking the door, that means he is beating the door, and somebody used to beat the dholak, slap the dholak, and somebody is whistling the flute. So these are the mechanical efforts by which the sound is created. Similarly, in human being, there is certain part by which we are producing sound. Your friend is calling and you are accordingly responding. Your papa, mummy are calling to you. Accordingly, you used to respond. That means in our body, there is certain part to produce the sound, and there is a sense organ. They are ear. With the help of ear, we hear the sound, particular sound, and we recognize and we accordingly respond. These are the overall description. These all things we will discuss gradually in this session, and after that in other session also. Firstly, we will understand how the sound is produced. Production of sound. Production of sound. How sound is produced. Just I told you, sound is produced only by mechanical effort, by beating, hitting, whistling, etc. By mechanical efforts, certain objects start vibrating. Vibration is the main happening by which sound is produced. And we realize the vibration there. Suppose the tune of the school is ringing the bell. Sometime you go there. And when the tune is ringing the bell, you touch the bell. Certainly, after touching the bell, you will find certain vibration there. Vibration is the main happening by which the sound is produced. Vibration. You note down. Vibration. Vibration is the happening when somebody is beating and applying the certain type of the mechanical energy or mechanical efforts on a certain object, vibration starts. That is the disturbance. Disturbance. To understand the vibration, firstly we will discuss regarding wave. Wave and wave motion here. To understand the happening of the vibration. Wave motion. Certainly you have experience of throwing a piece of stone in the stagnant or the calm pond water. When you throw a stone in calm pond water, the disturbance starts where the stone falls and waves are generated. Waves are generated around the point of disturbance. Point of disturbance is where the stone has fallen. Stone has fallen. Suppose just I am drawing a diagram here. This is the point, and around the point the waves are generated in circular manner like this. Like this. And waves start propagating. Waves start propagating. Start propagating. And this type of the propagation of the waves is called as wave motion. Now here we will understand the nature of the waves. What type of this motion is. In previous classes, certainly you have learned regarding linear motion. In linear motion, the particle of the objects, all particles of the objects used to move similarly, uniformly in a certain direction. That type of the motion is called as translatory. Translatory motion. Translatory motion is that motion in which all particles of the objects used to move in certain direction uniformly. But in circular motion in wave motion particularly, the particles, each and every particle of the medium, here medium is the water. Medium is the water. Particles of the water or medium, you may tell, do not move. Only they move to and fro. They do not change their place. But in translatory motion, the particles of the mediums are changing their place. There is displacement. But in the case of wave motion, there is no displacement. Only the particle of the medium move to and fro, back and forth, up and down, like this. And ultimately, they restore their normal position, mean position. Here, you note down this term, mean position. Mean position. Mean position is the normal position of each and every particles of the medium. When disturbance start, waves are generated and waves start propagating in all direction, not a certain direction, in all direction. This is the difference between the translatory motion and wave motion. In all directions, the waves start moving. And the particles of the medium, that means water, you may tell. Here, water is the medium. Again, I am repeating. Only move to and fro. To and fro. This is the mean point. Each particle move forth, then back. Forth and back. This is the main happening. You have to understand here. Around the mean point, to and fro, up and down may also be the movement. But ultimately, when the disturbance ends, disturbance is over, all the particles restore its normal position. Normal position. And that means the mean position. We will understand this happening by drawing a diagram of pendulum, and we will understand the oscillation. This type of the motion, to and fro motion, is called as oscillation or vibration. That means wave motion is nothing but it is oscillatory motion. Oscillatory motion. Or in other words, you may tell the vibratory motion, vibration, to and fro motion, up and down motion, back and forth motion. These are the wave motion or oscillatory motion, or in other words, you may define vibration. Vibration. Exactly this happenings takes place in the production of the sound. In the production of sound. Only the particles of the air. In production of sound, medium is air. When you speak, when you beat certain metal, when you slap the membrane or diaphragm of the dholak, when you whistle the flute, the disturbance start. Disturbance start. Particularly in that objects which you are disturbing. Objects are the flute, dholak, metal sheet, your vocal cord, larynx, voice box. Voice box is the organ by which you are producing sound. So disturbance starts in the particle of the objects which you are disturbing. Disturbing, you are beating, you are whistling. Certain vibration you are causing there by mechanical efforts. And then the particles of the objects start disturbing the particles of the medium which are touching the objects. Try to understand this happening. And thereafter, the medium, particles of the medium which are touching the disturbed object start vibrating also. But they do not displace. Only particles of the medium perform the to and fro motion. Just like the water. Just like the water. In sound also. In the case of production of the sound. And the sound, suppose you are speaking in one corner of the room, voice comes in the next corner, in other corners. Through the medium. Medium is air. But here you should know that air does not move. Does not move. your voice is reaching from one corner to other corner by speed of 340 meter per second. Per second. But by this speed, the air of the room is not moving. Only your voice of in the form of waves, sound waves is propagating, just like the wave of the water. When the disturbance is over, ends, the water particles of the water get restored. But water does not go nowhere, anywhere. These happenings you can absorb by throwing the stone in the calm water. If there is a leaf near to the disturbance, you will observe that leaves is only bobbing up and down, not moving. By this example, you can understand that means the particles of the water is not moving with the propagation of the waves. Similarly, when you are producing the sound, the particles of the air are not moving to the other place. Only the waves of the disturbance. Here the disturbance create the sound waves. Only the to and fro movement is transmitted from one particle to other particle. Firstly जो है कि the affected particles start जो है moving the to and fro and disturb the surrounding particles, and by this way all the particles जो है कि move and to start जो है moving to and fro without जो है कि any displacement. Thus disturbance जो है कि propagate from one end to the other end, from one corner to the other corner. This is the actual happenings, how the sound is produced and how the vibration is performed. What जो है कि vibration is. Here in this session we understood what exactly the vibration is and what is the wave and what is wave motion. In next session we will understand the oscillatory motion, vibration with the help of certain objects like pendulum. We will जो है कि understand the oscillatory motion by drawing a diagram of the pendulum. Thereafter, in the same session, we will understand the structure of wave, amplitude, wavelength, frequency, and the relation between जो है कि these all जो है कि terms we will understand in next session. And by this lecture, I am जो है कि concluding here. You students, you subscribe our channel, you watch the videos which are available on our channel, and also share the videos to your friends. Apart from the science subject in our channel, there are number of videos pertaining to other subjects also. You get benefited from those videos and also help the institute in promotion of the YouTube channel. Thank you very much.